Welcome to Nalla Narasimha Reddy Group of Institutions. Myself, Suresh Kumar, Assistant Professor in Department of Civil Engineering. In today's class, I'm going to explain about the common uses of traversing. What is the common uses of traversing? To determine existing boundary lines, to calculate area with the boundary, to establish the control points, for mapping and also for photographic work, to establish control points, for calculating earthworks. Because earthwork, if you want to calculate this earthwork, we require traversing. If you want to calculate these mappings and photogrammic works, and it requires traversing. For locating control points for railways, roadways, highways, and other construction works, we require these traversing. If you see here, this is the open traverse. If you see from station A to B and B to C and C to D and D to E, E to F are open traverse, terminates at the point of unknown positions. So this is the direction is indicating how the traverse is moving forward. If you observe here, this is closed traverse. A is here, B, C, D, E, F and E. If it is closed traverse means the station will start at one point and the station again ends at one point, at the same point. Then it is called as closed traverse. So here picture indicating that is closed traverse. What is the interior angles? Interior angles of a closed traverse should be measured either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction of angles is always recommended. If you observe this picture, the angle may be measured as in clockwise direction. This is anti-clockwise direction, or clockwise. This is anti-clockwise and this is clockwise direction. You can measure either in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction to find out the interior angles of a closed traverse. See, deflection angle. How to find this deflection angle means open traverse. Open traverse, the route surveys are always run by deflection angle or deflection angles to right. A deflection angle is measured at a traverse station by extension of the previous line at the successive end. The numerical value of deflection angle must be always followed by R or L to indicate whether it was turned right or left from the previous line extended. So if you observe here in this diagram, so here this is the survey line of open traverse. This is the extension line, extended line. So it is extended towards right. So it is indicated as capital R. If you observe here, for this line B to C, this BC line, traverse line, is extended towards left side. So it is stated as L, that is left. In the similar way, at D station, it have been extended for right and left. So this is called as deflection angles. Whether if you are deflected towards right or whether you are deflected towards left, It will be deflected angle of open traverse. Angle towards right. The angles measured clockwise from a backside on the previous line are called angle to the right or azimuth from the back line. This can be measured in both open and closed traverse. Rotation should always be a clockwise from the backside. So, what is the angle at right means? Your angle should be always in a clockwise direction from the back side. See, if you observe here, this is a clockwise direction and this is also a clockwise direction. See, this is a clockwise direction and this is a clockwise direction and this is a clockwise direction and this is also clockwise direction. So from the back side, if you are measuring the angle in a clockwise direction, that is called angles to the right. Azimuth angle. What is this azimuth angle? Traverse can be measured, can be run by reading azimuth angles directly. Azimuth are measured clockwise from the north end to the meridian through the angle points. At each station, the transmit is to be oriented by sighting the previous station with back azimuth of a lines as the scale readings. So if you see here with reference to meridian, here it has been measured. So every angle is measured with reference to a meridian that is in a clockwise direction. Then it is called azimuth angle. So if you suppose the azimuth AB is 160 degrees, 29 minutes, 20 seconds. That is AB. What is it? This is the AB. If you see here, this is AB line. For this AB line, the angle is 160 degrees, 29 minutes, 20 seconds. For BC angle, it is the BC angle bearing. That is 340 degrees, 29 minutes, 20 seconds. That is the BC angle. Okay, this is the AB angle. So here now the concept is what is latitude and what is departure. We are going to solve the problems on this latitude and departure also, but we'll see now what is latitude and what is departure. See, latitude of a line is the distance measured parallel to the north-south line. See, this is my north-south line. This is the north-south line parallel to this line. If I am measuring, that is called latitude, L. The departure of a line is a distance measured parallel to the east-west line. This is my east-west line. I am measuring a parallel line. That is called departure, D. Okay. This is called latitude and this line is called departure. Vertical line is called latitude. Horizontal line is called as departure. Note, theodolite traverse is not plotted according to the interior angles or bearings. It is plotted by computing the latitudes and departures of the points and then finding the independent coordinates of the points. So we'll see now how to measure these latitude and departure angles. The latitude and departure lines are also expressed in the following ways. North equal to latitude towards north equal to plus latitude. South latitude towards south equal to minus L, that is minus latitude. East, if you are measuring the departure, we know, see what happens means here. This is my, sorry. So this is my coordinates. So we know latitude is a horizontal line and departure is a horizontal line and your latitude is a vertical line. So in this coordinate it is plus. So north is a plus L, that is positive departure. Is also in south coordinate L is minus. This is called minus L. East departure is plus D and west is minus D. Plus departure and minus departure. How you are measuring, that is more important. See, if a line AB, the length is L, the reduced bearing is south northeast. That angle is theta. So if the reduced bearing is given like this, we need to see that is plus L cos theta plus L sin theta. BC equal to L S theta E minus L cos theta plus L sin theta. CD equal to L cos theta W minus L cos theta minus L minus theta. This is called latitude and this is called departure. How you measure all these things, that is more important. Check for closed traverse. Algebraic sum of latitudes must be equal to 0. Whenever you are calculating this all latitudes and departure, the algebraic sum of latitudes must be equal to 0. The algebraic sum of departures must be equal to 0. Both these latitudes and departures, the sum of these latitudes and departures must be 0. Then only your problem is right. See here, this is also one more example where we are how to measure these latitudes and departure. So this is north plus south minus east plus west minus. We have in this tabular form we have indicated the plus sign and minus sign directly, and we have taken accordingly, that is L cos theta, L sin theta, L according to the latitudes and departure. We have taken this tabular form. So here, how to check this one is the sum of northings equal to sum of southings. That is north equal to south and east equal to west. That is the important thing. So balancing of traverse, how to balance this, we will get some errors, and how to minimize that errors and everything will be important. See, in case of closed traverse, the algebraic sum of latitudes must be equal to 0 and that of departures must be 0 in all those things. In other words, the sum of northings and sum of southings is also equal to 0, and your westing and easting is also should be equal. The total errors in latitudes and departures are determined. These errors then distribution among the traverse station properly. So what happens means your sum of latitudes and sum of departures is not equal to both, there will be some error. that will be a 10 degrees or 2 degrees or 5 degrees, whatever it may be the error. That error should be shifted to all the stations. So how to shift that errors and how to identify that error, that is important. Closing error, that is sum of latitudes whole square plus sum of departures whole square, is we will get the closing error. That closing error is permissible angle error equal to least count into north and when n equal to number of sides, tan theta equal to latitude by departure, and this where the indicating of the directions of closing errors. This and here the balancing of traverse for land, roads, railways, survey line, the permissible angle error is 1 degree into root of north. 1 degree into degree of north means north indication will gives you the value. That is your angle. So we need to, that is the permissible relating closing error is 1 in 3000, and city survey important boundary lines, that is 30 seconds into northern, and 1 in 5000 will be your angles. This is a closed errors. What we are getting that closed errors according to the where we are doing the traversing land, roads and railways means we need to take the permissible angle error should be 1 degree into root of north. If it is cities survey important boundary survey means 30 seconds into degree of north, that is 1 in 5000. Very important survey means 15 minutes into root of north, that is 1 in 10,000. This we need to take how to minimize your errors in your latitudes and departures. So this is your relating this closed traverse and open traverse. So if you want to this, there will be a transit rule, third rule, like that. There will be a formulas. According to that, we need to correct that latitude errors, latitudes and departure errors. So one example I will show you. The transistor rule, the correction to the latitude of any side. There will be a number of stations. We need to correct one station, okay, one side, that is from A to B. If I want to correct that one, the correction to the latitude of any side equal to latitude of the side by arithmetic sum of all latitudes into total error in a latitude. So whatever the sum of latitudes what you are getting, that should be equal to sum of your departures. Though if you are not equaling, then if we subtract that one, we will get some error. That error will be multiplied here, the total error in latitude. That total error in latitude we should identify, and we should multiply with whatever the side we are selecting, that side by arithmetic sum of all latitudes. We'll get the correction latitude of one side. Whatever the side you are selected, that side should be corrected with reference to that. Okay. By this, I want to end today's class. Okay. I hope you all understand the concept of closed traverse and latitudes and departure. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.